Welcome to the Cham Life podcast, everybody. And we are back downtown, Kaizen. Shout outs to the sponsor this week. You're damn right. It's me. I'm the sponsor, Cham Life. Go check it out. You already are. Congratulations. Denham is our guest today. That's right. Back from his, I'm going to say it, world tour. How you doing, Denham?
What's up? How's it going?
How was the tour, man? You just back fresh?
Yeah, I just got back Sunday.
Dang.
2 days ago.
So for those uneducated swine, how many cities did you hit, bro?
On the actual tour, it was 13 on that tour. We had a couple of our own dates outside of it, but it was ended up being like about 17 or so.
That's nuts. So you were with Mayday?
Yeah. Yep.
From Strange Music?
Yep.
Sick. What was that like? How is they all weird?
It's super cool. They it's like a reggae kind of hip hop thing. They actually had the #1 reggae album in the country a few years ago. But they're really super professional, really nice guys, and they're great at what they do. It was fun. It was very day in day. Even seeing it 13 times, like I still enjoyed it. So it was awesome.
Yeah, they put on a pretty good live show.
Yeah, great live.
So you must have did something right, because I know the behind the scenes shit. You did a leg of the tour, and then they invited you on for more, right?
Yeah. Yep.
That's got to feel good, right?
Yeah, I felt really good when we got that text, the inviting.
Like, was it immediately when you got back from the first leg, or what?
It was they had spoken to Corey Vasquez. He travels with me. They had spoken to him a couple days before. Let's say probably about like our 7th or 8th show, and we've been talking about it a little more. But then once we were done, shot him a text for confirmation when we were out in Buffalo, and then they confirmed it for us and invited us to come on a few more. We used to do the ones that are kind of nearby because we had a few more dates of our own nearby, so we made it just the more reasonable ones, But it was a great experience.
Yeah, what do you think what was your favorite part from the whole experience?
There's a lot of different parts that are great for different reasons.
Yeah.
One of them, I've only been to 2 of the cities that we went to. So
really, so out of the 13, 11 were brand new.
Yeah,
that's nuts.
Yeah, so my eyes were constantly like, whoa, everywhere I went. Like to really see stuff in person. That was really cool. But then I guess just like it just gave me a really gave me life kind of a little bit. You know what I mean? Like I kind of felt back to like when music wasn't such a business, and I just like started making it, and just it just was really refreshing.
I remember the day you got back, you were like, "Yo, Sam, I'm at that point where it's like I have the drive to write again," and that, like, for me, that's what I think as creative people, we're always searching for. Like, I hate to call it inspiration, but that's what it is. Like,
for lack of a better term, yeah.
Yeah, at the end of the day, like, I'm always like, yo, discipline over inspiration. But so, like, as creative people, you need to recharge. I think it's crazy that you recharge your creative energy on tour, because as an outsider, I would think that would just be draining,
Yeah. And well, when I was on tour, I tried writing while I was there. When I was in different cities to kind of like feel it, But but eventually it kind of just came down to, like, it didn't quite feel right. And it kind of came down to like me completing it in its entirety to really get a grasp of the feel. And so now that I'm back, and it feels great, and I've been able to just crank stuff out a little bit.
Yeah, you got a nice little inkwell to dip back into now.
Yeah, for sure.
Are we gonna be hearing like more braggadocious shit? Like, yo, I went on 13 city tour, fuck bitches.
Nah, but it's cool that you can put that experience in your vocabulary when you're describing, like, just your journey and feelings, some like things you've been through. So just to add more experiences to that, I guess, opened up my vocabulary a little bit, But I'm hoping to get this new album out here pretty soon. Hopefully by
how deep are you into the new project? Give me a percentage.
It's like an EP. I'd probably say I'm at like 40. But
is there a theme or a direction? Do you think people are going to be surprised by the sound?
Yeah, I'd say it's a little more R&B, I guess, kind of. But it's like it's along the lines of the newer stuff I've been releasing, kind of, and it's it just feels like a really I don't know, little homey feel, you know. It's really like a close. I don't know. I'm on my cover and everything. I'm doing a bunch of stuff from like my hometown and all that stuff on it.
Oh,
so,
nice, Aberdeen.
Yeah. All
right, so you know it's got to have That's a Pizza on there. It's got to have a Red Rooster on there. It's got to have Sammy's on there. What other staples of everything? It's got to have.
You're killing it right now.
Storybook Land.
Killing it.
It's got to have Lake Pickerel.
It was not Pickle's not in the area.
Pickerel's not part of. It's not part of Aberdeen, but
it's Richmond and Mina, the two in the area.
Yeah, that's what I meant. You know.
Yeah. Sure. Yeah, no, it's all stuff that's like kind of close to me. I think that people back home when they see it, they're gonna be pretty happy when they see that. But and anybody else is gonna have no idea what I'm talking about, but it'll look cool on the album cover. So
do you think you get more love? No, since you relocated to Sioux Falls when you're like, yo, I'm taking this super serious. I'm gonna like hit the ground hard. And you know, last time we talked, you said moving to Sioux Falls was part of that decision. Do you think your base in Sioux Falls is bigger than your fan base in Aberdeen now? Yeah,
for sure.
That's crazy, man. That's dope. Because like, you know, they say the importance of having your hometown crowd.
Yeah.
Is it weird to have like two hometowns now?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, Aberdeen's not that big, you know, so it's like,
yeah.
But it just feels nice that I can, you know, have a couple places where I can go, and I know that, you know, I can see people that I know and have, you know, have a good time, you know.
Yeah. Since Aberdeen is pretty small, do you feel like the hometown hero when you come back there sometimes?
No. I just like
there's like a parade every time you're there type shit.
I just feel like a kid again. I kind of feel like sometimes where it's just nice to see. But a lot of the people that I grew up with, they have moved or gone their ways and stuff. So I come back and I see a lot of you know, my friends from high school or some people that I've known for a long time, and it's nice to see familiar faces. It just feels good, you know, because I feel like I'm always meeting new faces, you know.
So I'm gonna ask you a very Aberdeen-centric question. Do you know who Crazy Craig is?
Yeah, I know Crazy Craig.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, you didn't think I knew. These people out here don't think I know.
Stop.
Yeah, y'all don't even know.
Wow.
That's such a Aberdeen thing. Shout out to A-Town. People don't know this. I spent the summer there. Worked at Wyndham, baby.
Wow, Craig is a nice dude though.
Yeah, he was a nice dude.
Yeah, he was a nice guy.
Yeah, you know, sometimes you know, like you can only drink so much Drano though.
I wonder if people in Aberdeen got a name for me like that, and I just don't know about it. Like I feel like that's the one thing is like, you know, you go back and I feel like you're still like that same person. Sometimes like, you know, or people kind of view you as the same person when you left, not knowing like what else you've been through. Or
nah, man, people will probably see you now and be, oh, Denham's so Hollywood. He's too good for us. Look at this motherfucker. Think he's all Hollywood.
I hope not.
That's crazy, man. Like going on a tour like this, it's got to be. What were the nerves like before leaving? Like doing like almost 2 weeks on the road, knowing that you're going to be on the road. Was anything that you weren't prepared for?
Honestly, that was one thing that I was pretty impressed at, is that I found out that we were pretty well prepared.
Yeah,
we really thought this out, and we did our best to make sure that we were completely self-sufficient. You know, I feel like a lot of times people go on these tours and they just feel that like everything's going to be provided for them.
Yeah,
and don't get me wrong, a lot of it was for us, but it was just nice that we had taken care of our own stuff just in case. So then when things came down, and because every show something happens, there's always something happens. There's some hurdle you gotta get over. Something always goes wrong or something at every single show, no matter what. If it's ever a perfect show, that's probably your last show ever. You know? Let's
take a step back. Let's give a shout out to the road crew, man. I feel like you had a pretty solid team with you. Let's give a shout out to them.
Yeah, absolutely. JG, Brandon Reed came through too. Corey Vasquez helped me out. It was good. It was good.
Yeah. So who did most of the driving? That's what I want to know.
We all kind of swapped it a little bit, you know. Corey did a good amount. Brandon did a good amount. So did JG. I think I might have done the least. But I did some though. I did probably like, you know, at least I'd say close to 15, 20 hours or so.
What was the longest like nonstop drive city to city? From which city to which city was that?
Here to here to Albuquerque.
Oh, so like the initial one?
Yeah, the initial one. It was nice. Then we got like in the driving mode.
Yeah.
So then after that, then things just didn't seem that bad, you know?
Yeah.
Like a 5-hour trip, like 5 hours? Oh, let's go.
Yeah.
But we had one though where we played in San Francisco, and then we had to be at Loden's in Portland by 5 p.m. the next day. And that was like a 10.5-hour drive.
Damn.
That one was pretty rough. Usually they only go over like 450 miles, and that one was like 640 or something like that.
Damn.
Yeah.
So here's a question that I care about. This is what I care about. Yo, which place where did you eat that was the most flame?
Ooh, man, I had thought the salmon I had in like Seattle was bomb, but until I ate at Jack Stacks in Kansas City.
Jack Stacks
in Kansas City, the barbecue. Man, it is.
Is it dry? Is it wet?
Bro, it is a piece of heaven. A piece of heaven. I could not believe
Jack Stacks, huh?
Like, yeah, we walked in the wrong door, and it was like plaques and like trophies, and it was like a whole wall, just all these like gold awards, first in barbecue, like all on the wall. I was like,
did someone recommend it? Or you just like pop?
Yeah. We actually went out there with the tour package before we left. When we came way back, we had like a group lunch thing.
Nice, man.
Yeah.
Dang. So barbecue.
Man, we tried a lot of different. We even tried like the original wings in Buffalo. We tried those when we were out there.
Yeah.
And those are pretty good.
You made like a status about it.
Yeah.
Like, I know it was good because you made a status about it. Yo, wings in Buffalo.
You had to try them.
Yeah.
And they, we ordered them with ranch, you know, from South Dakota. And the guy.
Because they do blue cheese out there.
Yeah, the bartender refused to give us ranch.
Oh, really? They're that hardcore?
Until we tried one with blue cheese. But the blue cheese is a little different out there. I ain't gonna lie. It's a little different.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't fuck with blue cheese.
I feel like it's like, I don't know. I don't like it either. But it was pretty. But that barbecue down there is no joke.
Oh my god,
man, it's no joke.
Dang. So what was like the most like surprising city like on the stop where you're like, damn, I didn't think it'd be like this?
LA. First time in LA.
How so?
Just like, I feel like a video game.
Like Grand Theft Auto type shit?
Yeah.
Like it's just a wild.
Anything could happen at any moment while you're just sitting there.
Was that where when Corey's like, yo, we're about to see someone get shot out here?
Oh no, that was at Santa Monica Boulevard.
Was that by far the craziest thing on tour?
Man, that was nuts. Oh man. This guy was like, we had no clue. We were trying to get one of those scooters rolling, hop on those scooters to kind of mob around. And but it wouldn't scan. And JG kept trying to scan it. And next thing you know, we see these two cop cars pull up, one from our right, one from our left. And then one on the right, all of a sudden 4 cops hop out. And 3 of them got their guns drawn. One has a shotgun. And they're like running. And I'm like, what the fuck's what's going on? You know, I look over, then all of a sudden he cocks the shotgun. I was like, oh my God, no. Yeah. We're trying to get the scanner going. He just cocked the shotgun. We were like trying to get the hell out of there. And then next thing you know, like rolled up on a guy and he's sitting on this bench and he had his pistol just hanging out right in the boulevard. So, but it was like, man, those guys are professionals. It was, yeah. I mean, I got to give them props, but they were slick, dude. They were in formation. They're like hushing people. They're running by and stuff. And then they roll up on this dude. He had no clue what happened. Next thing you know, there's like 12 guns pointing at his face.
Dang.
Yeah, they're pros.
That's wild.
Slick. Yeah, slick. In and out. Boom. Like nothing.
Because I think JG told me the story, and I don't know if JG is like me, you know, where when I tell a story, I'll add some good details. I'll make it a story. He's like, yeah, the main cop was like, looked like The Rock. And he cocked the gun with one hand.
Oh, the dude holding the shotgun was a big dude, but I didn't see him cock with one hand. I knew when he was done though, he was asking the guy how he gets rid of the I don't know what he say. How do I discharge this, or how do I? And there's something like that, like because it was his first time, and I was like, damn, you get the first time guy holding the shotgun, like you know, like you got him holding the one that's right there. But yeah, you know, it was good. That was pretty crazy.
So did you? Was there any show where you completely fucked up?
No
mishaps, no nothing like that?
Oh, we had technical difficulties on like a couple of them. No, we had some issues with our board, so when we came back to Midwest, we stopped back by here and swapped it out and got a new one, which I got to take back. I forgot about that. Yeah. Anyway, we then was that anyway. So one of them though, like it kind of went wrong. We were in where we at Anaheim, House of Blues Anaheim, and so the boards was like wasn't getting a signal, and he's like trying to like reboot it and stuff, and it got kind of like awkwardly silent for a second,
Yeah,
because they killed the house music a little early, and so then the crowd starts sitting there, so I started talking to them a little bit, just to try to kill time, and then it went to like an acapella kind of freestyle thing.
yeah.
And but when I was just talking to him, all of a sudden this girl out in the crowd goes, "Show me your dick." All of a sudden the whole crowd busts out laughing. And then this other guy goes, "You know what? Screw it, man. Give the people what they want. Just pull it out." I was like, what is going on? And the whole crowd busts
Should
out.
have done it.
No. I'd probably still be on tour if I did though. No, but then the whole crowd busts out laughing. And like the vibe was really good, just long enough that once the joke was like done, you know what I mean? They're done laughing, the board kicked right back
Oh, nice.
right into it.
So like some random drunk lady might have saved that set for you.
Yeah, we caught it. And then I was talking to there's a couple of guys on tour. They had a production manager and then a guy who worked like merch and stuff. And Buddy Ike, he's working merch. He was like, man, he's like, I've seen a lot of shows we've done this tour watching you guys. He's like, tonight was the best one for sure because I thought something was going wrong and you pulled that off. I was like, hey, thanks, man.
Nice, man. That's sick. I love a great like in the heat of battle story where shit's going wrong and like you scrap it somehow. I'm gonna tell a story.
I didn't mean to say,
I when I was in high school, I used to DJ at this dance studio called Champion Dance, and like I had like a like a home theater amp. So like definitely not built for like a club or anything like that. And like it was literally like I don't know, like a Panasonic thing to like hook up like 7.1 surround sound. I just had two big PAs and then like a separate amp to power the PAs. Dude, I blew that home theater amp. I'm sorry, Lam. This is the first time I'm saying this out loud, but it was my brother's and I blew it. And then I told him I don't know what happened. But like I blew this home theater amp and I was like, oh shit. And like it was the most packed dance we had. It was like a dance studio and we had like 600 people in that.
How'd you recover?
They have like an in-house like sound system. I ran across the gym. I ripped it out of the wall. It was like wall mounted. I just ripped it out. All it came was like, and I carried it across the floor. Like people parted this wave for me, and they're like, everyone's fucking cheering me on. I'm like, yeah, like plugging it in. It's like, start the music again, dude. It was like the most hype moment of my life.
And they all just get jacked up when it's like,
y'all think like this is where people think I'm gonna make this up, but that was such a lit party. Red Bull showed up. We were in high school. Red Bull showed up. With cases of Red Bull, just throwing them into the crowd.
Damn.
It was nuts, man.
Of course it did.
And everything's been downhill ever since.
Highlights happened early.
Yeah, man. I'm one of those dudes, like, I'm in this office, I'm like throwing a football, like to myself. I'm like, yeah, man, back in like 2004, Heisman, like talking about selling cars and shit now. That's me. That's me. So, yeah, what's next? What's next now that you did the world tour? What's next for Denham besides doing the Kaizen Christmas special?
So it's coming up. This month we're playing the Later Babes with the Icon down there on the 29th for that. That's gonna be a fun show. There's actually 3 stages going on that night.
At Icon?
Yeah, that night. And it's one of the nights is DJ Fuego on one stage. Other one is like an EDM stage, and the main stage is like us, Later Babes, and Hooks, and somebody else. So it's gonna be a fun night. It's gonna be a busy night at the Icon, but make sure to pop by there. Got some holiday stuff coming up, but mostly, I guess, right now I'm working on. I'm not gonna leak all the details, but I'm working on a festival for kids next year. My first time, I'm actually able to kind of like really put together something where I can give back, and I'm really excited to get that rolling. A lot of work on that, but more of that will be coming out soon.
I'm excited, man. I feel like everything you're involved in, everything you touch, it's gonna work out fine. Like I'm super excited because I know a little bit about the details of the fest, but I ain't gonna leak shit.
Spill the beans. Yeah.
I'm not. I know Bill's bean spilling man. You know what I mean? That ain't me. But yeah, man, that's dope. And I also want to announce Denham is formally partnering up with Kaizen, we're going to be doing a show called Win Denim's Money. And
you gotta be able to take a joke if you're gonna be on this show.
Yeah, so Denim's gonna roast you. And in order to win Denim's money, you have to beat him in a Nintendo 64 game. And we're gonna start with Smash 64 because last year I was talking mad shit to Denim. I was talking so much garbage to you, Denim. Like, this is the most aggressive I've been towards anybody. I was like, Denim, you ain't even gonna have, like, I'm gonna have 0 damage, full stock. You ain't even gonna like take one of my Donkey Kong lives. And then Denim's like, yo, I play Pikachu. So like, if anyone knows anything about Smash Brothers 64, the ultimate matchup is Donkey Kong versus Pikachu. Always. It's an eternal battle. It's 2 schools of thought. Donkey Kong, heavy hitter, slow moving. Pikachu, the fastest character, small target. It's like the Clash of the Titans every time you see Donkey Kong and Pikachu fight. And here's the thing. I'm a Donkey Kong man. I've beaten so many Pikachus. LJ destroyed him. Everyone in Brown Hall at SDSU destroyed them. So I was mad confident. I was like, Denim, bring your A game. Dude, Denim.
That changed.
Denim kicked my ass.
Damn, he admitted it on
my
the
ass. Like, it is the biggest ass whooping I've ever had in my life. That's the thing about Smash Brothers, though. In your own circle, like, everyone's got their own circle, right? Everyone's got their own circle of friends, and every circle has the best. So, like, in my circle, I was the best. But you don't know who's the best in other circles until you face them. My God.
But then we had the tournament at Remedy, and then this dude showed up, and I was like, oh, wow. He came through. He won every single tournament we had.
So I've made Denim commit to Win Denim's Money, which is a new show on Kaizen.
Well, the first priority isn't roasting. First priority is playing the game.
Yeah, but everyone knows, like, in fighting games,
talk some smack, though, that's
sure. 80% of the battle is the mental battle.
Oh, yeah, for sure. There's only like 4 buttons in the game.
Yeah, so, like, if you like, for me, my strategy is always 90% shit talking, 10% skill. Because, like, right? If I can break you down before even, like, the level select, it's over for you. You know what I mean? Like, if I got you questioning your button presses before you press a button, it's over for you.
Yeah, I know some a good candidate for this. I'm gonna hit him up and see what's up.
I'm excited, man. I'm super excited about that. What are you excited about outside of the Denim realm that's going on in Sioux Falls? Anything that's got you hyped? Anything coming up?
Like events going on in Sioux Falls?
Or just, like, for me, the coolest thing lately has been those murals. You seen those murals?
Oh, yeah, I saw those murals. I saw them online. I haven't seen them in person yet, though.
Yo, you have to walk over there. Yeah. Like, to me, it's a huge sign of, like, the city embracing the art scene, finally. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. I think they tried to do that on the street. What's that street behind behind Lucky's? Were they trying to do that one before? They got shut down or something. I can't remember.
Were they? Did you see any cool art districts on tour? Did you?
Oh man, Kansas City, the whole
you place. Keep selling Kansas City over here.
No, I mean that. Yeah, I mean actually it was pretty cool, but I mean their graffiti game was on point. Same with Sacramento's was pretty cool too, and Seattle's was pretty tight too. Actually, we saw a lot everywhere we went though. But I think Kansas City made it a point where they assign people to do it. And so you walk down entire alleys full of stuff and it's just like all over the place, or it's just like, it was just like encouraged, you know. I feel like the other cities, just people were just doing it. Yeah. But that was like the one city where they actually like, you know, announced it like live.
That's why I think this is such a big deal over here, is that like that's sanctioned, you know, like that's I think it was sanctioned by the mayor's wife, I think. And I think the mayor had some part into it, but I think a big part of it was the mayor's wife who like put that together. I'm not sure.
That's awesome.
Don't fact check me at all, but I'm gonna give them props just because, you know what I mean?
That's what's up. It's awesome.
So what was the thing that you missed most when you were gone? What was there anything that made you feel homesick? Anything you missed from home?
I don't know. It felt so right to me, you know?
Yeah. Or was the tour just go by so fast you didn't have time to think about that?
I guess like for me, I'm a person who's always on the go anyway, even when I'm at home. And so I'm that just doing that kind of validated it. That's like what I really want to do, or just it just fits really well, you know. And I guess a couple things that I might have missed, just like you know, staying in a hotel every night and stuff, whatever. It's like they're inconsistency.
Nah, y'all were in some lit Airbnbs. Don't try to downplay it. I saw the snaps, man. And then like in Cali, I got to see the behind the scene footage from JG and you, of course, but like that house where y'all were shooting those clips for that video. I'm not gonna spill the beans. No beans spiller, man. But nah.
It was actually
looked like y'all were living.
One thing that was really cool on tour that people didn't really see those. That I had a lot of people reach out to me and like do something special for me while I was on tour, which I had no clue was even coming, and that was like pretty
like care packages,
yeah,
stuff like that. That's dope.
Like one venue had a friend send me some beer and stuff. Just popped up and there's like a friend delivered it and was like, "Yo, I got this for you." This is from. So I was like, "What?" And I had like a card and stuff, and then I had another friend when we went to Vegas. We had a room at the Tropicana, and then he was like, "You know what, we're gonna do this right." And so he pulled up and he got us a penthouse at the Vidara, and it was like the 56th floor, looking over the entire city. I was like, "He's like a robot for room service and stuff," you know. Like it was.
I saw that.
It was crazy, and he's like, you know, this is a once in a lifetime thing, or whatever. And another friend got us a Airbnb at San Francisco. That was awesome. It's huge, and you can look over.
Dude, how awesome is San Francisco though?
Jeez, it's one of the most gorgeous cities.
I think that's my favorite city in America. I'm not gonna lie.
I had no clue how big that bridge really was.
Yeah, dude, San Fran's dope because you can walk the whole city in a day. It's a very small city. It's only like 7 miles or something like that.
But it's like upwards, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we vertical. I was looking for it. And I was gonna say the same, right? Dang, lost my train of thought. I think I saw my cousin on the street.
Like homeless?
No. He's just there.
Oh.
Like, I literally think I saw my cousin. I wasn't sure. I'm like 99% sure I saw him. I didn't know he lived out there. And then I was like, wait a second. Is that my cousin? That was my cousin. I was like, but he's like riding one of the scooters here by. But I don't have time really to try to connect with him because we had to leave.
Yeah. All right. So you know I don't mess with negativity. Ain't my vibe. But what was the wackest city, bro?
The wackest city out of all of them was one that we didn't perform at. One we stopped in was Albuquerque,
New Mexico.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Jesus.
Was it just ghost town or what?
That place is it's like Halloween town, dude. It's like we had stopped by Walmart to grab a couple things, just like some extension cords and stuff like that. And we stopped there and they had a fleet of security. Like they had like trucks and they had like it was like 15 to 20 guys working there. And then while we were there for 20 minutes, they caught like 7 shoplifters.
Damn.
and
dude, like, what people don't realize, when I realized this when I went to Sacramento, is that like there's a reason why Walmarts have a rep in cities. Like our Walmarts are like Disneylands compared to Walmarts in like big cities, man. Like I was in Sacramento. Guess what the sign said? Closes at dark. Like,
stop.
Yeah, the Walmart closes at dark. We went in there to get some like basics. Like it looked like a tornado hit that shit, and it was just a normal day. Like there's stuff everywhere. Like it looked so bad.
When you have the hygiene locked up behind glass, that's when you know it's
It's always the funniest stuff locked up behind glass in the sketchy Walmart.
It's kind of sad though too. I feel like there's a lot of drugs out there and stuff. Just like looking at people that were just
when I was in San Fran, that was like the most heartbreaking part. Was we drove down that street that is like the most dangerous street in San Fran or whatever. Man, it's just like tent city. You know what I mean? And like, did you notice in San Fran they got porta potties everywhere now?
No, I didn't notice.
You didn't see that? Yeah, when we were out there, because we drove a lot in there, we were doing a lot of travel in San Fran, and yeah, they started just putting porta potties everywhere because like homeless people were just shitting everywhere.
Damn.
In San Fran, on my way to a vape lounge, was the first time I seen a person poop in front of me.
Oh no!
Like we were just joking about it. We were like, my friend was like, "Yeah, I was going on a date once, and we were going to this dispensary, and on the way there." We saw a lady poop. And as he finishes the story, as we're on our way to a dispensary, a lady's pooping in front of me. Like, it blew my mind. I was like, wow, this is nuts. But yeah, man.
That's crazy.
That stuff breaks my heart for real, though. You know what I mean? Like, I've pooped on the streets before, but not out of necessity.
When we went to, we were in Portland, and I saw a guy sitting outside, and he's in his coat, and he was like facing his coat, like shivering and stuff, you know. And so we had an extra blanket in the car, so I grabbed it and was taking it over to him. I was like, "Here you go, man. You know, just get warm. You know, you can keep this." He looks at me, he goes, "I ain't homeless."
Hey.
Like, "I'm just cold." Unlocked his car. Beep, beep, it's a car in there. Yeah, he wasn't homeless. And so I was like, "Oh damn." I was sorry, man. I was like, "Why don't you wait?" I was like, "Why aren't you in the car then?" But
I'm selling drugs. Get out of here.
That's pretty that's pretty interesting.
Dude, that's hilarious.
Yeah.
What? That's so nuts.
I know. I was like, damn, okay. But we found somebody who needed it and gave it to him. But it was that's pretty funny.
Damn, son. So what city showed the most love to y'all? Which city was like rocking with Denham hard?
Seattle.
Really?
Yeah, Seattle was rocking. It was sold out too, but it was they were going, you know. It's nice because like on tour, like we were part of the package, so there'd be locals and then they would go the tour package, you know. It'd be us and the direct support and then Mayday. And so like by that time I think they knew that, you know, it was like going on the tour package, but that city, something about it, they just like they were just ready. They were just it was great. It was a good time. Nice.
You played at First Ave recently too, didn't you? Part of it?
No, we just played the Turf Club.
Turf Club, okay.
It's a venue owned by First Ave.
Yeah. I mean, it's all First Ave. It's First Ave, baby. You can say First Ave.
No, I didn't know. It's all
Have you been to the Fine Line? Part of First Ave's.
I haven't yet.
That's my favorite First Ave venue, dude. It's like more like a jazz club.
Yeah.
Has like a second floor, like kind of like cool balcony seating, but it's really small. Man, if you ever,
I love seeing venues, man.
Yeah, dude. What was the dopest venue to you?
Oh man, some were dope for different reasons.
Was it House of Blues?
The House of Blues is dope, especially in Anaheim. It was like this old, like almost like vampire-ish kind of feeling room. But they also like, as soon as he pulled up in the truck, they had a squad of people come out and they're like, "Hey, where's your guys' stuff? We'll take it for you." So they took all our stuff for us. It was the longest distance we had to load in anyway, if we would have had to.
Yeah.
It was like upper floors, like in this like mall, like outdoor mall area. And so they just came, loaded all our stuff up, and we were done, packed it up, brought it back down to the truck for us and everything.
Dude, that's that Hollywood shit.
But it was cool playing. One of the cool moments though is when we were at the Viper Room in LA. It's like right on Sunset Boulevard. It's actually Johnny Depp's bar. He was
really,
when he opened it, he was the owner. I think he sold it now, but there's a lot of history there, and it's only a room of like 100 people, you know. But like River Phoenix died there when he's playing with Flea from the Red Hot Chili Peppers and a couple other people there, and
that's Joaquin's brother, right?
Who?
Joaquin Phoenix.
Yeah, and wait, no.
I thought his brother's. What is?
No, is it?
Isn't it? Isn't River Phoenix Joaquin? Yeah. Okay. I'm not a crackhead.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
That just gave me sense. Crackhead look.
But and it was like, it's just like a nice, it's like a legendary kind of venue, you know. It's just really known really well out there, and they had like a name on the sign and stuff out there, and it was just like, it was cool just to, you know, it's like, damn, you know, this is.
That's gotta feel good. See your name on that marquee.
I mean, you can dream about something, but until you actually see it, it's like it's never what you ever thought it would be. You know?
Yeah, man. That's gotta. Did you? All right, now we're gonna get into that deep shit.
All right.
Did you have any like post tour lows? You know, because you know, like when you do like for me, I'm like that where it's like if I experience a new high, I always experience a low.
Yeah.
Just it may not be very long, but there's always like this low, like. Even when I'm like traveling, when I go to Vietnam, I'm usually there for like 2 weeks to a month. When I come back, it's always like a day where I feel a low. You know what I mean? Like, did you feel any type of low when you came back?
Yeah, I mean, I got back, and the minute I got back, we had to play another gig and stuff. So even though I was in town, it still felt like I was still on the road, kind of. And then the next day, I had a lot of stuff going on, but I came back and I just sat and realized what I need to do, like how much work I need to put in, like, you know, what direction I need to go. And but I think above all those, that just from experience and speaking with guys who've been in the industry and meeting other artists and just like asking the right questions, that I think I know what I need to do to make this happen, and a lot of these guys kind of gave you reaffirmated it, what I mean, that kind of like.
Do you think that was like the biggest like value you got out of the tour was learning those steps?
Yeah, I think being able to like ask somebody these guys have been touring pretty much for like 4 years straight right now, and so they're gonna take some time off and record some new music and stuff, I guess. But just working with people that have been doing it for so long, and just to get advice, and then know that you're doing some things right, and that you just kind of got to trust the process and just keep working, and but there's times I came back and just realizing it's like where I am, and just where I want to be. And but you got to embrace it. So I try to keep my lows to like at like a upside down plateau, you know what I mean? Where they can't get too extremely low, but I also don't let the highs get too high or to my head too hard,
Yeah. Well, I think it's funny because, we had a little talk when you came back, and it's the most interesting thing you told me was like kind of like not like snarky, but the offhand comments you get after doing something like this, you know what I mean? And like for me, I think of like when I just started working with like boutiques and doing like the fashion stuff, and I was starting to make a name doing fashion stuff around here. And when I used to go to the bars, and when I go to the bars and like people started trying to talk to me, like I was thinking about what you told me, and I was like, it's weird because once you start getting known for something, people treat you a little bit differently. You know what I mean? So like it almost like turned me away from doing this stuff when I realized that like even with your best intentions, even when you try to give everybody like equal amount of time, like, and you try to be like a public type person, even if you try to do all the right moves and move in the right ways, there's going to be people who feel hurt, honestly, about some kind of stuff. So like, you know what I mean? Like some people just don't want to see you win, and to me, that's the hardest part about doing this stuff, is because like, I know the longer we do this stuff, like the bigger we grow Kaizen and stuff. That's what I worry about a lot. It's like, I don't want people to feel like we're losing touch with our roots, or people to think that now we're too Hollywood. You know what I mean? So like, it's weird, isn't it?
It's I don't know. I just feel like with like the music industry and I guess entertainment, like you are your brand kind of, and so if you have a business and say you're like you started like a burger shop or something, and you're growing and you're building it, everybody's like they're proud of you for building your business, right? But if, like you being your business, it's like a different thing, because like if you own a burger shop and you can hide behind the name of the burger shop, you know what I mean? But if like in the music industry, like you are the walking, breathing business, so it's like they see it as you just growing as a person. And like I feel like sometimes if people aren't necessarily comfortable with the situation that they're in, it's just hard for them to really get excited about other people, having progress.
I think that was the biggest thing, was that as I began becoming successful doing the things I wanted to do, I couldn't do the things that weren't productive anymore. You know what I mean? Like I couldn't just go get fucked up with friends. I couldn't just sit around and drink all day. I couldn't bullshit and watch Netflix with people all day. And then that was when people started treating me differently, where it's like, oh, Sam is just this now. He's too cool to kick it with his homies. You know what I mean? And like, for me, that's always like the thing that sticks in my mind. And the thing that I had to get over was like, yo, those people that aren't cheering for me at this point, they're not around for the right reason. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I just kind of try to stay around people that I like to be around. One of the cool things about music now that I realize is that my music has gone outside of Sioux Falls and outside of, Aberdeen, outside of these areas where it's like people from other cities and stuff like that are able to like be interactive and help fueling your brand without having to be so personal and close to you, I guess. And even though a lot of times they're trying to get close to you and everything, but which is cool. But you just gotta like, there's a lot of little things you gotta do. You gotta watch what you say and watch you because if they don't see you that often, it's like everything you say, they're gonna hold you to it and stuff, you know. But you, I don't know. You just, it's just. I don't really look at it necessarily as people like really trying to be like, you know, not supportive or so. I just, to me, it doesn't feel like anything different, you know? And like when you do things that are out of the normal, when you're progressing through the business, like it's just a business, but people view them from their own certain way, you know? And it's like there's like a whole like stipulation with like fame or like with your brand being bigger. Yeah. Like some people say fame. I just say like, okay, the brand's growing, you know what I mean? Like, you know, but it's weird when it's like you and your name, because it's like I look at my own name, Denham, as like a business and not even me anymore sometimes, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you know, I'll even say stuff, you know, like, okay, how do we grow the Denham brand? How do you grow the, you know, and people think to them, their perspective is like, oh, damn, this guy's so full of himself, all I was talking about. But that's literally what it's came to now. It's like, you know,
yeah,
if you're like, it's like Kaizen. You're like, how do I grow Kaizen? You know, how do I grow Denham? Because that's literally what it is. You know, I'm not saying it as me, but it is my name. You know what I mean? But it's not like anymore. So people just, it's a different perspective and perception, I guess, from people, because
that's the thing too, is perception's always so funny to me because of what we do. You know, it's so easy to misconstrue, and like we always try to put our best foot forward. We try to put out like the positivity. And, you know, for you, it's a little bit different because, you know, with music, you're allowed to be more like deep and talk about like the process and the issues and stuff. But like for us, it's like, it's tricky because like we want to put out that image that we're doing well, you know, but like at the end of the day, like a lot of people don't realize how many fires we're putting out in here a day, you know, like people don't understand like the stress and the stuff like that. And with how our stuff works is like we can't use that you know, as inspiration or as ammunition. I don't know how to say it, but perception is weird to me because like I went out last week to a show, and like one of the people that I look up to, he was like, yo, y'all killing it. And I was trying to be honest with him. I was like, dude, it's hard. Every month is hard. It's like, I've thought about closing down every month. It'd be a lie if I didn't tell you this wasn't the hardest thing in the world. And he just brushed it off. I was like, nah. He's like, don't lie to me. You guys are everywhere. And like, to me, that was weird. It made me feel some sort of way because I was like, am I putting out a fake image now? You know what I mean? Like that's the thing that I struggle with a lot is authenticity. Is like, we built this place to be 100% authentic. You know what I mean? And now the public perception is like, it's outpacing like what we're doing. So like in a way that's really good, but I've always didn't like the mentality of fake it till you make it. Like to me, I don't like that thought.
Well, I guess it's like people, growth is something that people aren't really accustomed to, you know, or it just happens at a slower rate because they maybe, I don't know, depends on what you do with your life, I guess, you know, but as it's growing, like people don't understand that even though things are growing, like you're still in a similar situation. A lot of times, even a business owner and they own a new business, like they are, you know, a couple years into it, like they may have made more money, a little more money, but they're spending more money on their business to finally get it to where it needs to actually be, you know, profitable and to be able to like live off of it, you know. But as it grows, like when you get in a studio, you first start off with an idea. Let's say at first you had one camera and like this or something, you know. As you go along, you want to build another camera, and you start making a little more, and you spend it on getting these stands and getting these signs and getting stuff like that. Then you finally,
you've seen how long it's taken us to get to this
and you
point.
finally have all this stuff, and then all of a sudden you can start being efficient with it and actually start like looking professional and doing like some real stuff with it, you know. And then even though you're still in the exact same place where you were before, you know what I mean? We're just like trying to like make it so that you can make this your dream, and it takes time because you're literally starting it from nothing. And like you're not giving somebody a product that they need. It's something that they have to just want. You know what I mean? And it's like nobody really needs my music in their life, you know. Nobody needs to listen to that, but people do, and they enjoy it, you know. Some people like find connections to it, and you know, find ways that it helps them through life and stuff. And so they are drawn and attracted to it. And it's like but it literally came from nothing. So it's like, I don't know, it's different, and every step you learn something new, you know?
Yeah, it's weird because like to people who like, to the new fans, I'd say, like there's always new fans, and it's like to the new fans, it's like they see us as like an overnight type thing, And like that's why I'm constantly like, yo, this has been 10 years in the making. Like this is me struggling for 10 years to get here. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there's a lot of, I meet a lot of new people at like venues or shows now, and they think that ever since I just started, it's like I've always been just doing this, you know?
Because like we've talked about this before. Like you have artists hit you up all the time. Like, yo, how do I blow up? How do I go viral? How do I do this? How do I do that? And like they don't want to hear the facts that, yo, it takes time and a lot of work.
Absolutely. Everybody's looking for a shortcut, you know? But if there's no base, things crumble, you know? And it's people don't understand that. I've been asked a couple times about things like that. And it's like, I'm willing to help people out, and I'm willing to help out new artists. I'm willing, you know, but you gotta understand the professionalism of it, you know? And if I'm trying to make this like my life, I have to focus a lot of time and energy on it. It's not something you can just do, you know? You have to spend a lot of hours on it. And so like if I'm gonna be using that time to help somebody else or teach them more, you know, it's like I want to make sure that it's they're gonna sit there and learn, it's gonna be worth it, or at least hear what I have to say, I guess, you know, or at least like. And
seriously, all it takes is one person to waste your time for you to be like, screw this, you know. Like for me, but like it's weird because like I don't want to toot my horn. I hate doing that, but it's like I'm proud of the fact that when anyone asks me for advice, whether it's business, photography, or videography, I tell them everything. I don't hold no secrets because I'm a really firm believer in that, like what we do, the technical side, that should all be free info, because the part that matters is the artistic side, and you can't really teach that.
Yeah, and art is something that people like. How many people do you listen to right now? All types of people. You know what I mean? Like people. I don't care if I want to help people do well too. You know what I mean? Because like there's so much music out there. People can listen to all this stuff. It's not going to affect me. You know what I mean? It's not going to affect you. It's like, it's only, but the thing is that a lot of these people don't understand the business aspect of it. And so like, you know, ways to wean it out is like, you know, I'll be like, hey, well, I'm charging this much for my time, X amount. If you're serious about it, you come up with it, you know? A lot of times, honestly, if they were serious about it and they came with me with the money, I wouldn't even charge them for it. I'd be like, hey, sit down. At least I know you're serious. But every time that I've said that so far, to a lot of people in the area and stuff too, that I like wanted to say they wanted to help me or legit me or want me to put them on or they want me to do something like that, you know, they always get scared and they just roll off. I'm literally like, if you would have camped me with the money, I'd have said, no, at least you're serious about your stuff. Let's go talk. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But but every single one of them just backed out last minute, or they're like, oh, you trying to charge? You think you're listening to that or something like that, you know? And it's like, all right then, man. Like that's just how it goes. Dude. A lot of times people just want to be, when you get into the business, it's not like a big glorified fame thing. It's just people in groups and bands that are trying to grow their band. And it's like people have different things, and it's a creative community. So they talk about stuff and it's, oh, it's cool how you do this, how you do that. And like you help them out, they help you out, but you have to have value and create value and give people their value as well too. And then once you do that, you create friendships because it's a common mutual respect as you go along. And man, motherfuckers don't get that shit.
Because I'm not gonna name any names. No, you're fine. We're good. I know a few small handful of people who've tried to pay their way into entertainment and stuff like that. And to me, I don't know. I literally know people whose parents have paid for them in high school like 10 racks to join a rap group type thing, you know. And to me, it's like,
damn, for real.
Yeah, and it blows my mind because I'm like, that's not the wave. That's not.
Oh, I mean, you need money though to make it happen though. You do. You really.
I'm talking about like no talent paying their way, and like to me, I'm more upset with the old head that's taking that money. You know what I mean? Because like for me, it's like, yeah, if you want to work with me, yeah, I'm gonna charge you, and you have to be dope. I'm not gonna charge you and you're whack. You know what I mean? Like there's.
If you're giving money out for stuff though, you gotta make sure you know what you're doing with it and where's your ROI on it, you know?
Yeah.
And people don't quite get that. Like it's a business, like too. So like you don't spend your money unless you're making it. You know, it's gotta be worth it. And so like people don't it's just like something so simple, but it's just not understood. But you know, that's just as you go along though, the nice thing though now is that I'm starting to work with people that get that, you know, and I don't have to worry about, I can start weaning stuff away. I can say no to gigs. I can say no to some stuff, you know, and
that's the hardest thing for any new artist or creative person. It's like, yo, I have to take this opportunity. I have to take this opportunity. It's like, I got to do whatever I can. And like, that's true for a certain amount of time. But if you're not finding growth in that, you gotta like figure out what you're investing in, man. Because
actually, you know, I'm gonna make an announcement on here.
Let's do it.
Make an announcement on here. Sioux Falls musicians right now, going out here, you're grinding, you're playing a show, you're getting, you know, you're playing a gig at some restaurant for $300, $200 between the four of you guys and stuff too. And you're bringing people into their restaurant, their bar, and you're making them money. And you need to understand that you are valuable. Like you are, if you can bring in people and you have a draw, you can bring in 100 people every time you play a gig. You need to charge for that because they are going to spend money. And then this bar establishment is making $6,000-$7,000 and paying you $250. No, you need to charge for that. You're worth $750. You're worth $500. You need to know, but at the same time too, though, you need to be professional and you need to deliver every single time. But you need to understand that that's how it works. Like when I first started doing it, I play, and all of a sudden, you know, they'll just pay you a little bit because they don't want to take that risk, you know. But if you know you are quality, know your value, and try to work for that, and make sure we can start using your stuff to help reinvest back into your business and try doing stuff, you know. But you need to create your value, be professional, be understandable, be able to have that value so you can give that to them every single time. And then people are willing to work with you and help you out with stuff. Or like, hey, you should come do my buddies this and so this bar, this and that, this and that. But you need to have that. And then when you have that, charge for it and help yourself out. You know, people around here, they just want to, they're like, oh yeah, I'll give you the opportunity. Opportunities don't pay the bills. I can't pay my rent and exposures. Like, oh yeah, nah, dog, I got you next week. I got you 250 exposures next week, and I'll drop you the last 750 next week. I promise you. No, that's not how it works.
Man,
like that,
if I could pay rent with exposures, I wouldn't pay rent for the rest of my life. You know how much free exposure I've gotten?
Man, if I could pay rent with exposures, I'd have like,
yeah, you know how many exposure offers I get?
I would have a house on top of Sanford.
Yeah. UBT Denny's neighbor.
Oh man.
That's not.
Shout out T Denny though.
Shout out to T Denny, and shout out to you
Denny
for getting T Denny to like mess with you, because that blows my mind that like you could say T Denny is a Denham fan. That's so dope.
Yeah. He's a good dude, man.
You know how you know you're rich? When your first name's a letter. Welcome to the SP.
He's a good dude, man. He's just a good guy, and he's a man of his word. This is pretty crazy because, you know, when he said like, yeah, I'm gonna come by and check out a show.
All right,
you know,
I'm gonna shoot my shot. I know there's a 0.008% chance that he'll watch this because he's a Denham fan. Yo, T Denny, come on the show, please. Thank you. All right, I had to get that out. We would love you on the show.
If he does, I'll come with him.
Okay. I don't think it's gonna happen. Like, I'm still working on like getting a meter maid on the show, and then working my way up to like City Hall janitor.
Yeah, I don't know. I would be surprised, man. He's a good dude.
Yeah.
He likes local stuff and Sioux Falls stuff. So, I mean, he as long as it's, you know, good and professional and right, I think.
Oh man. Well, Denham, what would you say the biggest thing you learned from this whole tour experience was this time?
Is that just being a good person goes a long way. And that comes with a lot of different things. It's the little things, you know, respecting space, respecting that people are people, environments, respecting like, you know, how people work and how understanding and like, you know, how you work and understanding how to make those like coexist. And then just once you kind of understand that and you feel it out and you start doing it properly, then like things gravitate towards you, you know? And that was something that was really great to learn. I think it just opened my eyes up a lot on how to handle situations and how to, like, you know, especially being in those environments, you know?
Yeah. So the too long didn't read. Make sure you get along with the people you about to spend 2 weeks with.
Oh yeah, I mean, also people at venues, and also like, you know, just people like fans and stuff coming up to you, or just like, you know, just understand how to play the situation, because sometimes people are like weird about stuff, but sometimes people are cool. But a lot of times it's strangers, you know, and so it's like just making sure that you understand how to read people, and you say keep it casual, and you should be a good person, and they just realize you're just a person now. You're trying to do stuff, you know, and make music. Sometimes they get a little crazy, and they, you know, but for the most part, though, I feel like people just respect you as a person as long as you do like that, you know. So we ran into a few different people on the road. This we never thought we would, you know, and just from that alone happening, like a lot of conversations to start, and then the guy's like, "Oh, hey, he's using my car, take it. I was saying it too. I was like, oh, for real? He's like, yeah, I'm the guy who sang the chorus in Thrift Shop, blah, blah, blah. I was like, oh, damn, that's cool. Your Juan's like, yeah. I was like, damn, that's cool. What's up, man? Thanks for coming out, and he's just cool guy, chill, came to the show and was like, hey, man, I like that set. That was awesome, man. Like, your music's good. And from there, just another guy, I just thought, and then he's told me that, and just, I don't know, just cool, Yeah,
that's the dopest. I think that's the dopest thing people can take from this is like, no matter what your mood is, like if you're a public person, like you're interacting with the people, give them your best, because like you said, you don't know who you're interacting with. You don't, because like
it's hard. Some days you don't. Feeling that at all.
But like some of the richest people I know, they look like the most average people, and they don't show it. You know what I mean?
So like it's like one thing. I was talking to V about this one time. And like a lot of times, like artists will have specific requirements, like something small, like something that's like a bag of chips that they want, a specific brand, a specific flavor, And they come to the venue and all of a sudden the chips aren't there, or it's like something else, and they like freak out,
Yeah.
But it's like, yo, if you've been on the road for so long, and that specific chip makes you feel like you're at home, or like makes it, and you've been having a long week or a couple long days, and all you need is something like that, and all of a sudden it's not there. It could just be enough to trigger it. You know what I mean? Like, like I can see that happening and stuff too, people. So I don't know. It's just it's a lot of little things, just making sure. And I feel like a lot of people when they go on tour, because they get kind of like, sometimes they can get egotistical and they can get, and that just kills the vibe for everybody, but if you're gonna be egotistical, you better have your shit together. You better have everything down to a T. You better not have to ask anybody for anything. Not try to borrow any tape. Not try to borrow any chords. Not try to borrow nothing. That stuff. You better have everything on board, on point. And you better come out there and smash it every single night. And then, all right, whatever, man.
Come correct.
Yeah. If you're gonna act like, especially if it's your first time on tour or something like that, or you're like, and it's just a big thing for you from where you're from or something. But if you're gonna do that, you better make sure that you got your game on point, because otherwise, man, you're going to be lonely in this industry.
Damn, man. Well, we got to wrap up. I know you're on a tight schedule today. I just want to give a shout outs again to JG, Brandon, and Corey.
Shout out those guys.
The squad behind the scene on the tour. Any last words you want to say? Words of encouragement, anything like that to the people?
I don't know. Just you don't know. You can't. The best way to start doing something is just start doing it. And as long as you start doing it and you put your full forward energy into it, it's like the universe will pay you back what you put into it. And it's something that you gotta just believe is gonna happen as long as you keep doing it right and just keep working hard. But I don't know. I guess I'm not feeling super inspirational today.
All right, I'll give you inspiration. The only time you fail is when you stop. So keep moving forward.
And man who pees in wind gets wet pants.
What?
Man who pees in wind gets wet pants.
Confucius. I see you're a philosopher. All right, y'all. That's the show this week. Thanks for tuning in to another episode of the Cham Life podcast. Thanks to our guest, Denham McDermott. You can find him on social media, Denham. Just type in Denham in Spotify, DENHAM. Check out all of his music videos. I love them. I wish I knew who made them. They're amazing. All right, y'all. Love you guys. See you next week.
See y'all later.